It's the Joseph Bristol Show.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment below.
Welcome to another episode of the Joseph Bristol Show. Okay, so today's episode, I wanted to talk about reaching out to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. So these last couple of, I want to say weeks, almost a couple months actually, I haven't spoken to somebody that I have had on my mind. So we had a little falling out. I mean, it wasn't a little falling out. It was actually a major falling out, a huge falling out. It was actually really bad. And I said some really hurtful things, and that person said some really hurtful things, and throughout the years we've hurt each other, but usually we make it work. Yeah, usually we make it work. You know what I'm saying? Hurtful things are said, hurtful things are done. But I forgive, they forgive, and we get back together and we make life work. And this last falling out was really bad. Some things were done that was just totally disrespectful, totally uncalled for. It was just outrageous. It was just way too hurtful to just let it slide. And am I still hurt over the things that was done? Yeah, I am. But I kind of miss the person, and I want to reach out to them, and I want to talk to them, and I just want to talk to them. So I thought over this last week, I've been thinking in my mind heavily about that very subject. I've always been one that I feel like people should say how they feel. So if you miss somebody, you should call them and text them and tell them, hey, I miss you, I was thinking about you, whatever. If you feel something for someone, you should tell them how you feel. You should tell them. And but then I'm also a big advocate for cutting people off. Somebody hurt you, somebody don't treat you good, somebody don't treat you right, and you're just fed up with it, cut them off, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Move on with your life. There's literally 7.4 billion people on this planet. I mean, everybody's replaceable. Everybody is, extendable. But these last couple days, man, I just been thinking, like, man, if you miss somebody and they hurt you, should you reach out to them? So let's say you was in a relationship with somebody, you broke up with them, or they broke up with you. It was really bad because maybe they was cheating and you caught them cheating, and you told them to stop. They kept doing it, blah blah blah, whatever. But they hurt you. They hurt you bad. And now a couple months later, you're missing them. You want to talk to them. Should you go back and talk to them? So I had been thinking about it, and I haven't really talked to many people about this because it's such a touchy subject to me. It's like, should you go back and talk to them? Should you hit that person up and be like, yo man, it's been a while, I haven't heard from you, I'm just seeing how you doing? And then it becomes, if you do though, aren't you reopening an old wound? Aren't you rekindling an old flame? Aren't you allowing this person back into your life to hurt you again? But then at the same time, you can technically just feed them with a long spoon. You don't have to go back into the interactions that you had with them like from before. You can just adjust your interactions with them. But then it becomes, are you going to do that? The chances of that is slim to none. You're probably going to go back to dealing with them how you was dealing with them before. And really, I just made this video because I keep thinking about it. And I'm like, yo, you know what? I got to ask the world. You know what I mean? I gotta ask the world. To me, that's what YouTube is for. That's why I encourage everybody to have a YouTube channel. Make videos on different things that you just want to talk about, sharing your opinions and your thoughts. Somebody wants to hear what you have to say, and you'd be surprised. Something you might say might help somebody, save a life or help somebody view the world differently. But I'm thinking, like, talking to people who've hurt you after you've let them go for an extended period of time, is it a wise thing? In my mind, I believe it is, because after a period of time, you've adjusted your behavior. So you're no longer the same person. You might interact with that person differently, I don't know, man. I think that it was just something that I really wanted to make a video on. Something that I feel like I'm gonna reach out to this person and I'm gonna talk to them and I'm gonna hit them up because I miss them. And ultimately I want them in my life, and I feel like not having them in my life hurts more than having them in my life. And I think that is essentially the question that you have to ask yourself. Is it better to be without them or to be with them? But if you're with them, you don't have to deal with them in a way that allows them to continue to hurt you. You can feed them with a long spoon, love them from a distance. You know, there's a bunch of different sayings, a bunch of different quotes on that. But I just want to make this video because I you know, a lot of these videos that I make are honestly, personally, just for me. It's a one I just want to see where my mind is at a couple years from now. It's also for my kids, so that, you know, years from now or when I die or whatever, they can look back and they can see how their dad thinks. And it's also for a project that I've been working on. So I'm currently in school for computers, and I really have this idea for like an app, like a machine that I really want to build that I feel like will revolutionize the world and how we interact and think about life and death and things like that. And it's like a digital afterlife is basically what I'm calling it. But it's all of these videos that I make is really for that. And yeah. So like I said, today's episode was mainly about just, and I'd love to hear some thoughts, man. Leave your comments below on what you think. If it's wise to reach out to somebody who's hurt you. Like I said, this person has hurt you not time and time again. And maybe you stop talking to them, then you go back, they hurt you again. You stop talking to them, you go back, they hurt you again. You stop talking to them, you go back, they hurt you again. Is it wise to keep going back and talking to that person? Or should you just cut them off and move on with your life? And even though it hurts to be without them, you just keep pushing forward, because eventually you're going to get over it. Time heals all things. Eventually you'll stop missing that person. You'll forget all about them. That's how death works. So, I don't know. I just thought about that and I figured, you know what, I'm going to make a video on it. So leave your comments below, man. Let me know what you think. And again, thanks for watching another episode of the Joseph Bristol Show. You know what it is, man. We all out here trying to do the same thing. Just be happy and survive.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe.